Thank you everyone for coming out, and big thanks to LegalForce for inviting us all out here. It seems like you guys are all really excited about crowdfunding, and it's definitely the best time to get into the whole industry. So today I kind of want to walk you through my 3 crowdfunding projects, what I've learned, the mistakes I've made, and definitely where you guys should put your focus on if you want to launch your own crowdfunding projects. So if you want to go to the iGoldCase product, it should be on the very right. So I came up with this idea. I was kind of searching all over the internet for a 24-karat gold iPhone case, and I couldn't find a single one. So I decided that, hey, I'll make it myself. Some of our family members were jewelry makers. And so I was 18 at the time, so I spent all the money I had. I bought myself a ticket to India. I stayed with my family, and you know, for like 50 bucks, I got those 3 prototypes made right there. And so we launched it on Kickstarter. It was obviously a big failure. You know, so it was a good learning experience. I'm not going to play the video, but it's basically me sitting in front of a webcam. I have a terrible haircut, and it's me just talking about the product. It wasn't even in focus. It was so bad. So if you guys want to look it up later and laugh at me, it's great. So where did I make my mistakes with this product? Number 1. Kickstarters and Indiegogo campaigns, crowdfunding in general, it's all about the video. That's where you want to spend at least 92% of your money. The other problem was that I had the prototypes with me, but I didn't go around to all my friends saying, hey, what do you think about this? So best thing to do, get as much feedback as you can. Don't rush to market. It's not about being first. It's about just offering the highest quality product you possibly can. And that's the only reason people are going to really put their money into your campaign, is because they feel that you're changing something about the status quo. You really have to offer your backers something that they can't find in a mass market store. And then I went from this, and the biggest thing I would say is that if your Kickstarter project fails, don't be discouraged, just do it again. And so there was, during my campaign, what you'll notice if you guys launch your Kickstarter campaigns, you'll get a lot of messages through people saying, hey, I want to be your distributor, hey, I have a shop, can I get this in my store? So this hotel in Dubai emailed me and they said, this is really cool, can you make it for iPads? And lo and behold, you know, 3 months later, I'm looking at Time magazines and Dubai Hotel now offering iPads plated in gold. And I was like, man, I should have just kept at it, but I just said no to them instead, which is a stupid thing to do. So then I went from that idea and I went to my next product, Loom apparel. Basically, it's you can, if you want to play the video for a second, it's a really cheesy video.
The Aurora Borealis is one of the most.
Anyways, you'll see what it can do here in a second, but
Loom inspires to recreate this experience by bringing it to clothing.
So that's an iPhone flash right there. And you can press it to this fabric and you can draw all over it. Or also you'll see in a second, if you have like an iPad or an iPhone, you can press it to the shirt and then that same picture will emit on the shirt.
Continue designing throughout the night. The glow will attract fun, social experiences in any setting. And the shirt is an infinite canvas.
This is the Obama picture right there.
Our impression technique. Take any picture, black and white or color, and press it to the shirt for a few
you see it emits right there.
And
But you can pause that.
Them loony designs.
So this idea was super cool, in my opinion at least. But you know, we put it up on Kickstarter, and you know, we doubled our goal. So that's another important thing I'm going to get to, how to set your goal. But the problem again is that now I put like 900 bucks into this video, but I try to make it like an infomercial and instead of trying to tell my story of where my passion was behind the product. So it did well. We doubled our goal. I was super happy. We were stoked. Me and my friends started this together. And after that, we sold shirts to like Herbalife. We sold it to like Staples contacted us. So it was pretty cool. It was a great learning experience, and we made a little bit of cash on the side, which was fun. And so I guess the big things that I learned from here is tell your story, right? You're not giving someone a commercial. You're trying to figure out why they should join you along this experience. And the other thing I learned is, if you want to go to my rewards section really quick, keep your rewards simple. That was a huge mistake I made, and we didn't deliver on time because I tried to complicate it. We gave so many people different options for different glow-in-the-dark colors, and we weren't so experienced in manufacturing the shirts that it took a very long time to get the product out there. So if you go down, I think we have over 48 different rewards, which was just a stupid idea. So it wasn't the best idea, but it was a cool product. So then we, if you want to go to my next product now, we'll see is the Silic shirt. This one we raised $298,000, so it's a big jump from a failed project, a project that raised $20,000 to almost going up to $300,000. So with this, I was trying to figure out how do I get the press attention? Because if you get the press's attention, I mean, the chances of you raising money is, it's just going to go up. It's going to go through the roof. So the best way to do that, instead of going, spending like $9 grand a PR firm that's really not going to do much for you, you have to go and you have to research who else is doing your product, what was written about their product, and just take a notebook and kind of write down the biggest keywords that you would search for in Google. So if someone was making a 24-karat iPhone gold case, type that in, see who else is doing it, look at the press articles and say, why were people clicking on the headlines of this? Then go back, and when you're making your script, what you want to do there is you want to pretty much introduce every aspect of whatever you saw in other press articles, but don't say the headline, because the guy who's writing the article is who's the one who wants to introduce it to the entire domain of people reading news articles. So that's the best way to subtly incentivize someone to write something about you. And again, like the other the other presenter said, try to do something that's going to help people, whether you're introducing music to the world, or you want to inspire someone with art. For us, we were trying to say, hey, if you're a slob, buy a Silic shirt. If you spill something on yourself. And so that's what we went after. So I'll show you guys how it works here. When you look at the technology behind the apparel industry today, it's easy to realize it's not living up to its full potential. And you, as well as our precious environment, are paying the price. We have yet to implement a single solution to help protect our clothes from the damaging effects that food and liquids can bring to our clothing. So that's a regular t-shirt. This is our t-shirt. So the press picked it up as the impossible to stain t-shirt. And instantly knew that nanotechnology. Basically, we just put a special nanotechnology into the fabric, which made it stain resistant. We talked about how we wanted to keep the product safe so it wasn't cancerous like all the competitors. We put them where they deserve to be and started from scratch. You see here, we did some slow-mo effects to show that we actually put time into making our video. That's another important thing. The video is it's all about the video at the end of the day. And so these are just some more slow-mo shots. We can just show you guys these and we can move on. So the other giant thing you can do to make your Kickstarter super successful is talk about your team. And if there's someone you want to mention that's not part of your team, just contract with the person and then name drop them, right? So we specifically contracted with the manufacturer that charged us a couple dollars more than a regular manufacturer would, but they had done work for Nike and Levi's. And when you say that in your video, people say, oh, this guy can definitely deliver if he worked with such a big company before. Our fashion designer, again, we're just offering regular t-shirts, but she had done work for Vera Wang. So we said, hey, is it cool, if we go out there and we say, we wanted to partner with you because you bring such a huge, quality to our product? And she said, yeah, sure. And that's the reason people were paying $48 for a white t-shirt. And so at the end of the day, you really have to offer the highest quality product you possibly can to your backers. So you can, I don't know if you want to keep that going, but so overall, you can see how I progressed from having a completely failed product to one that really took off. We were the hottest trending article in the global press for a couple days. It was really sweet. So how do you start a Kickstarter project? That's definitely a huge, it can seem really daunting, but I just go by a model I call DMD, which is design, manufacture, and then deliver. So for all three of my projects, what you saw were just concepts. They weren't the actual product that was going to be delivered. So a lot of times you have to show just what is a prototype. And you have to just make it look nice enough for the camera. And so if you go look at a lot of the different projects that are out there, a lot of them are just 3D printed parts, but then they talk about how they can go about manufacturing, how they can fulfill it if you invest in the idea. So one thing you definitely want to do is go to a good designer, go to a manufacturer that can actually do it, and know your cost accounting, because that's how you figure out what your goal is. And if you're turning to Kickstarter for profits, it's the wrong idea. You want to set your goal as low as possible. If you have a good idea, it's going to take off. But don't go on there, put up a $100,000 goal and only raise $70,000 because you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. And another thing, if you're going to Kickstarter to launch a product, even if you just raise $500 and you hit your goal, and if you want to go to a distributor later on or a small store and you show them the Kickstarter link, the proof of concept is what's going to get you that order.